Now, before we introduce your characters, I'm going to give you a little bit of I'm going to set the stage real quick. You are a tribe in the far north. It's frozen north. Okay, that now over centuries, there's been a glacier up on the mountain that kind of overlooks your village, and you've gone up many times. In centuries past, it seems that there's a taboo about this glacier. In fact, it's been deemed the ghost ice. Uh, generations past, you've tried. There's been expeditions out there, but very few to none people return. Now, just 3 days ago, there was a crack heard throughout this valley that you live in, and the elders have met. We're gonna set the stage, and we're gonna find your characters awaiting their return out of their hut. They've gathered most of the tribe together, and they have a very important announcement that they're gonna have just shortly. So, as you wait, we're gonna go ahead and let the group begin to introduce their characters. We're gonna go ahead and start with Alex. Go ahead, Alex.
All right. So two of my characters are vegetable gatherers, brother sister. Um, we'll start with the the lower common denominator, and that would be Slug. Slug is, I mean, he's probably in the right profession. Um, he's not too bright. He's not going to be a big strategist or thinker for the tribe. He gets his name because he goes out with his sister to go and gather things, and he just likes to eat the bugs off of the plants and things that they forage for. And she's there. Her name is Sprinkle. She's a few years older than Slug. Red hair. They both wear leathers from things that the hunters bring back and clothing of that kind of sort. And she's not like super intelligent herself, but she's the brighter of the two. She tries to help Slug stay out of trouble and just there to mentor her. We also have Mr. Whiskers.
Tell us
Mr.
more about
Whiskers.
Mr. Whiskers.
He's a hunter, and he's just got the craziest looking mustache. Like, it just dominates his face. And he's sort of prone to sculpting it. Like, it's always different every time you see him. He's always trying out different styles, or sometimes he'll like braid it or groom it in such a way that he makes himself look like an animal himself. And so he's sort of a beloved character. Nobody says a bad thing about Mr. Whiskers. He's just a big burly guy, big mustache, and he's just got a very he's kind of basic, but in a charming, endearing way.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for all your characters, especially Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex. All right. Coming up next, Jenna. Jenna, tell us about your character.
Hi. I have, let's see, I have a gatherer, elven fletcher, and a hunter. My gatherer's name is Nib. He actually also has a sibling, but they haven't been around for some time, so they're hoping to find their brother, whose name is Pick. I mean, yeah, Nib misses his brother, but it's more so because he's a really lazy guy. Like, he likes to get he likes to kind of like chill and relax and like let the others do the work, and his brother Pick was like the best gatherer like that he knew of. And so he's kind of going out in order to like reclaim this like lazy lazy life that he has. Elvin Fletcher is Fwip. Um he don't think I really came up anything much for Fwip, so we're gonna figure him out along the way.
That's all right. Well, he won't last
Send him
long
to the
anyway. Don't worry
front.
about it.
I know he's got 1 hit point, so I was like, I don't think I need to come up with much for him. And then Hunter Stab, he's mostly there to kind of try and protect Fwip as he collects like flint and stuff for his bows and arrows. So I have Nib, Fwip, and Stab.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
That's it's gonna be great. I'm sure. I wouldn't rule out Fwib. I'm sure he's gonna be one of the main contenders.
Oh yeah, totally.
All right. Coming up next, we have Dawson. Dawson, tell us about your characters.
Oh boy, do I ever have something to tell about my characters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to put it into perspective, they're a nice big family. However, they all look very, very similar to each other. They're known as the Daw family. Evidence, Daw family.
Okay.
The eldest member, we'll call Dawson. He's Dawson Daw. He has gnarly teeth, big old... I can't look at Isaac because he's... Big old nose is disgusting. We're good. Wait a second.
I feel like I don't
Disgusting
need to
person.
write this down or make any notes about these. I think I got it. I'll be able to remember
got-
these.
Yeah, you got him. Yeah, I was
Senior
writing it
member.
down. too.
Disgusting old man. We don't like him. The second Daw is Daw. Daw to be exact. Very happy guy, about maybe his mid-40s. Just has a constant smile on his face like he's half asleep all the time. Overall, he's alright. And doing it the youngest one, Daniel Daw. He has some very nice straight hair as compared to his family, who is best curly. He's like in the back. He's like looking, see if he's invited to this thing, but no one pays attention to him. And then we have his mother, also the wife of Dawn Daw, and she's just trying to make sure the kid's in line, making sure he's not in trouble. And that's them.
Thank you. All right, that's gonna be great. We'll have to ask, kind of what that concept of those characters came from later. But coming up next, we have Gabe. Gabe, tell us about your characters that you're bringing along.
Hi guys. So tonight I'm bringing to the table Primo Mignotta. He is not originally for the tribe. He's coming from another tribe where they speak a different language, they have a different culture. Anyway, he's an orphan and he's about late 20s. Is red beard, red hair. He's a little bit of a bully, and not that many people like it. But he has a very big club. So what he's done is actually bullied a bunch of very old gatherer, the brothers Mario and Luigi Biancospino, into being his servants. So wherever he goes, they're these two little like very old dudes that just gather stuff for him and that nobody wants to protect. So Primo is basically become the little boss of these two gatherers. And then there is an hunter, Lupo Selvatico, who it's the real muscle, but he always stays in the dark and only comes out when there's really they're in dire need. But otherwise, Primo is the boss there, just trying to keep everybody in line.
As you look around, time has passed a little bit, and there's a hush that grows over the tribe as the flap is opened, and out comes the eldest elder. He shuffles his feet. He comes out, and he looks to the group and says, "The bones have spoken. It is time to get to see if the demons are gone for good. We will be assembling a group to go out and rid the ghost ice of these demons. The select group might be your family and friends, but do not fear. the whole tribe goes with them in spirit. Any of you that think that they are worthy of this monumental and joyous occasion, step forward now. And
You just see the entirety of the Daw family step forward and say, "Sure."
Nib, whip, and stab, one by one, kind of come out from the crowd.
Slug steps forward and follows them, and he just like leans in. Ah, what are we stepping up for? And then Sprinkle steps forward. She says, "Slug, I don't know, buddy. I want to go." And of course, Mr. Whiskers has stepped up. He's eager to do what he can for the clan.
Oh, you would stop a moment at that. Mr. Whiskers. Wow. It is an honor that you step forward on this quest.
Well, it's the least that I can do. Go and explore this ghost ice
Mm-hmm.
and vanquish these demons.
Yes, with you there, I have nothing to fear. I feel like this expedition will go swimmingly. Any others?
Primo raises his club and says, I will bring my powerful warband to work for the clan.
He's going to nod at that and look around and say, those of you that have stepped forward, when you return, you have the promises of riches and fur beyond your wildest dreams.
Brr. The hunter's like getting all excited. He's just like rubbing his hands together.
We thank you, heroes, and we get ready, though tonight we feast in your honor. And at that, everyone starts kind of gathering things together, and they start having a kind of celebration and party as they send off these mighty heroes of the tribe.
Mr. Whiskers would approach Primo after they're dismissed and say, well, it's good that you're finally going to take your evil nature and maybe wallop somebody that deserves it for a change.
I don't really want to help, but it seems like a good way to, just attract some other stupid guys that might fall under my way. But yeah, I'm happy to have you around. You seem like you know what you're doing, because I certainly don't. So it'll be a plus.
Slug is like listening to you and he says, hey, I'm a guy. You need another guy?
Mm-hmm.
My tent flap is always open, so please join.
That sounds nice. And then Sprinkle's like, Slug, easy, don't. Hi, Primo, nice to see you. No, you don't want to work for him.
You'll see like the youngest Daw, who has like nice long hair that's nice and straight. It's like, did you invite us somewhere? Did we get invited to something?
Yeah, I mean, I get a party every night.
You go to parties? I haven't been to a party. No one ever takes me.
Join us. I'll put you in the middle, and then the show will begin.
I'm all for that. I gotta make sure that it's okay with the Daw Senior.
Hey, listen, Sean, I think twice about joining that party if you know what's good for you, and I guess you don't.
I have no idea what you mean, sir.
And he just looks at Primo. He's like, I guess he's all yours then. I gave him the warning.
He had me at the word party, and I kind of lost track from there.
Yeah, but you have to ask yourself some questions like, where is the party? He said it's in his tent flap.
Yeah, it's in his tent flap.
That's a celebration.
You've been warned. He walks away.
You'll see the eldest Dawson Daw, he'll like slowly, like with his disgusting face, just start raising a glass. You know, some of us are here to do the right thing, not for glory or love, but for honor. For honor! And then he like raise his glass for like a celebratory cheer.
Mm-hmm. Others in the tribe look to you and your or to the family of Daw, and they too kind of come and pat him on the back, and they grab their mug and they kind of cheers. It says, "We know that you will bring glory back for us."
Don't fight for glory. I fight for honor. And like his like hand shaking like really badly, drinks going everywhere.
Sure, they step away.
Honor.
Cheers and nights go on. The cheers and the celebration goes on. But soon enough, the next day approaches. You've all gathered as whatever things that you could scrounge or what you have, and you've brought it with you to begin this trek to the glacier, the ghost ice. The road to the ice isn't too eventful. Many of you have traveled to it, at least to the outskirts of it in the past, but none of you have really truly gone all the way to it. You see, as you begin to get closer, this glacier face just shines against the sun, and though there is a bit of small rubble kind of on the outer skirts of it. As you move in a bit closer, you would notice that there are two paths to take. You can see that you've heard, there is a small goat path on the side of the mountain that connects to the glacier that would get you up there to try to find a way in. Or you see a path that connects you and leads you straight to the rubble of the glacier face. I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to the party to see which way they decide to go.
Well, I think there's no question here. We should follow the path of the goat. The goat would not lead us astray. We can get ourselves our bearings.
Dab the hunter is just very silently just gonna slowly just give like just a thumbs up, just like just a thumbs up, and then like the Fletcher Fwhip is just kind of like hiding behind him, like keeping an eye out for anything because he's like on the frail side.
Okay, so it sounds like you will be going up the goat path. Now, as you all turn, it's in that fork in the road. You do still move closer to that glacier face, and in the distance you see this green smoke protruding out of a large hole in the glacier face. It's about 50 feet up. You see this kind of hole in the glacier face. Now, with that information, do you still continue up the goat path, or do you turn back around and go towards the rubble?
Primo will stop and say, "Look, the evil ghosts are manifesting themselves there. I propose that we send out the dogs to scout the area."
You say dogs?
Does? I heard the does.
The dolls?
Those?
I think I heard the dolls.
Yes, the
Oh, the
dog.
doors. Yes.
I'm ready to do this. This is great. I'm afraid.
I was going to object to that if you said dogs, but if you said daws, I think that's fine. Daws
It's
have
always-
had it. Do we have a sense of how long it would take to go all the way up the path?
Let me see. Give me let's see. What can we do for that? Let's see. Give me an intelligence. We'll do an intelligence check on that one.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 20.
Oh, good. You we'll say who rolled this. Whoever it was,
Mr.
whoever-
Whiskers.
Mr. Whiskers is looking, and he's been around for a bit, and he's heard stories of people coming back and forth, at least through the goat paths. And it takes maybe a little. It takes quite a bit of time. Once you get on top, you know that there is some wildlife, and the path is very narrow once you get towards the top of the goat path. There's also some savage beasts that you've heard tales of up towards the top of the glacier. As far as getting to the rubble, it is a shorter distance. And looking at that hole in the side of that glacier, it looks like about 50 feet up. If you could find some way to climb up or move up, it might be quicker going through the rubble.
Well, hang on there, Daw Clan. I think we should reconsider our way forward in light of this new information. I think we should go right through and go to the rubble. We should stick together.
You see Daniel step forward. Mr. Whiskers, I don't know if this is going to be of any help, but I have this thing, and he holds like a big, just way too heavy for him, like metal hook that you recognize as a grappling hook. Could this help in any way?
Yeah, it could be helpful, but nonetheless, it gets pretty narrow out there. It might be kind of treacherous for all of us to be walking around up there. Plus, we don't know what that spooky ghost, fog, spirit thing leaking out of there. That's no good. We should best stay away. But it might be useful later. I'm sure there'll be a bit of climbing and tumbling we need to do. That's a good thing that you brought along.
Hunter's gonna like point to like Daniel and like point to the grappling hook and be like, just doesn't say anything, just like pointing to it. It's like,
Like you see, he just starts drooling because he doesn't know how to respond. He's just like,
that's like all he seems to do. The hunter is just like thumbs up and just like gesture. He like hasn't spoken a word. Just like sits seeing him.
Sounds good. A little bit of time. It's a lot quicker. You find yourself getting to the rubble. Everyone seems to be sure-footed enough. Getting at least to the face of the glacier really wouldn't cause any problem. Everyone's here right now at this rubble, and you could see it's about a 50-foot climb to get to the top there. Now, if everyone is up for it, and I hope everyone is, otherwise go back to the tribe. Everyone's gonna have to try to make that climb up to at least the holes.
Well, we got a grappling hook. Do we have a bit of rope?
My hunter would kind of step forward, give like a little tip of like this thing that like almost looks like a cowboy hat. He just kind of like give a bit of a tip, and he's gonna like kind of reach into like the rucksack, and he's gonna pull out. It says a chain, but I don't know if cavemen would have chains. So, but it like 10 feet of chain or something to use as like rope. And
Okay.
The elven Fletcher, who's like again whole time hiding behind the hunter, kind of like peeks out and like holds up a bag and kind of jangles it. He's like, hey guys, and you like hear something in the back, and he's just like, I have arrowheads to maybe like chip little holes as we go. It's like handholds, and he's gonna like look over his shoulder again. He's like, I'm just gonna give it to. There he goes, stab. He's just gonna hide behind him again.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and let you all roll this. Anyone that has a tool or anybody that is helping each other, we'll say that they're helping each other out, creating these handholds or whatnot. I'm gonna need a DC 10 agility check. If any of your characters don't have any help, it's gonna go up to DC 15.
Slug just says, "Aye, Slug's got knife. I can maybe use knife and climb up there." And Sprinkle says, "Oh, very good. Yes, you could use your knife. Here's a second knife." And then look, and she's like kind of holding his hands and showing him how he could maybe make this work. He's like, I know, I can climb. Yes. Let me do stuff for myself once in a while, maybe. And so he's gonna try and just like jam these things in and like kind of use them as like handholds to bring himself up.
Okay.
And he he rolls a 4. And so
All right.
Sprinkle's just like, no, you're going too fast, Slug. Slow down. He's like, I got it.
All right. Slug gets what is your luck modifier
0.
for Slug? 0. Okay. Slug gets 30 feet up and then slips and falls down.
Do I have to stamp my sheet?
I'll roll. Go ahead, give me 1 second.
He
Oh,
has
Slug.
1 hit point.
Okay. 7 points of damage as he falls back down into the rubble.
Their tears are filling
Slug.
up their glasses.
Oh
No
no!
expression, no expression.
I'll do it.
Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow.
Bye, Slug.
So Sprinkle's just like trying to warn him, and he's just protesting. He's like, I got it, I can go. And then he falls and splats like right in front of her, and her eyes get big and wide, and she's like, we didn't even get to the glacier.
Hunter is gonna step
Let-
over.
That all be a lesson to the rest of you. Be careful going up there. You gone broke his neck.
Daw's gonna step forward and say, we were already halfway up the goat trail. Why can't we just go back that way? I mean, we were already all in at that point.
There was something about the goat trail that looked dangerous, right? I forget what was said about it, but
Well, apparently
Something
this
just
is pretty hella dangerous too. The first person tries to go up there and go flying down.
If you want, I can give it a try. Like the eldest Daw stepping forward, just shaking to his core, like, I can do it. I can get
Okay.
up there and get the things on the thing and then be successful. Young sir, can I borrow your chain? I have an idea.
Stabwood should kind of be like, just holds it out to him. Again, no words, just
He's then gonna grab 2 of the daggers from his other family members. And I need some assistance. Could someone tie this chain around my feet with this spear attached at the bottom? So in the event I slip and fall, the spear can catch me. So what more or less he's saying is he's gonna climb up with the daggers and I just slam his foot against the wall so the spear gets stuck. And in case he falls, he gets stuck on the spear. Just for clarification, the entire family has intelligence of 7.
Mhm.
So
Sounds about right. All right. Okay, go ahead, and it sounds like you got something to help you out at least. Let's go ahead and give me a DC 10 agility check.
7.
Okay. He gets up. he slips and he tries to kick in that spear, but instead it falls and it's falling down underneath him. And it gets ledged in the rocks and he lands on the spear and impales himself in front of his family.
The tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression.
Nib, who came on this journey thinking it was going to be oh so easy, starts to sweat.
Sorrow, no tomorrow, no
Primo stands
tomorrow.
up and says, "Okay, we've learned a lot from these two brave souls. Now, I have my gatherer here. Each one has a iron spike. So we got 2 iron spikes, and we got a 10-foot chain that your hunter has. My hunter has another one. So how about I send Luigi, who is pretty good with agility stuff, climb only 10 feet and then plant the spike, and the first chain comes down. We got the first 10 feet covered. Just this one at a time. So, Luigi's looking at Primo like, really, me? But then says, I got it. And so he goes towards the wall and starts to climb with his dagger, and he keeps a dagger in one hand and a pike in the other, and he's got the first chain around his torso as it starts to climb.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that agility check.
So he's got a 14 agility, so he gets a +1.
Mm-hmm.
And I roll a 10 on the die.
Okay. So he makes it, and he's able to kind of plant the rest for the rest of the group, and he feels confident enough to make it all the way up, no problem. All right. So we have our first successful person to climb to the entrance.
We haven't
Of
even
the
started
dungeon.
yet. We haven't even started.
I'm gonna go and ask
Didn't even
Jenna.
make it to the front
Go
door.
ahead.
Too dead.
Jenna, let's go ahead. Jenna, go ahead and send one of your characters forward, please.
Yeah, let's do that. What's his name? Nib had been kind of hiding in the back once he saw 1 body fall, 2 body fall, but now that he saw Luigi go up and like kind of set the stage for everyone, he's like, all of a sudden he's like, all right, I'm going up next. He starts like kind of swaggering up to try and climb up go up the ice. He's like, Stab, can you pass me some of those some of the flint? And he just and passes him some so he can like try to climb up the rest of the way. So that he'll give it a try. It's a
DC 10
10 with the stamina.
agility.
Oh, agility. That is a straight 16. No. Yeah, straight 16.
Okay, no problem. He's able to get up all the way.
Mr. Whiskers sees that Sprinkle is, she just witnessed something pretty traumatic, and he goes over there and he says, "Shh, look, we got to do something about this ghost, Geshish. We'll be able to give him a proper burial when this hoary business is over, but for now, I'm going to need you. Put your arms around my neck. I'll give you a little bear ride right to the top." And so he's going to try to bring both of them up.
Okay, I'm going to need, at first, I'm going to need a strength.
I'm not going to look.
You just see the youngest Daniel, just like, wow, he's so strong.
Okay. I rolled this is a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I rolled a 7.
Okay.
Do I have a sense of what my DC
You
is?
feel Mr. Whiskers is pretty wise. He feels like he's going to have to at least put 3 more into it to try to hold on.
I will do that.
All right.
Burning 3 luck.
Now I'm just going to need 1 agility check from Mr. Whiskers for both of them.
All right. Oh, thank God. He rolled a 13.
All right, as he's climbing up, he gets past the chain. He continues forward, and before you know it, he gets to the top, and Luigi's there waiting for him.
Daniel will step forward.
All right,
My
Daniel.
turn. And he's gonna go up to Dawson's corpse, and just grab the spear, just fine now. He said get in the will. And then he throws it on his back and he starts going up.
Okay. Agility check, DC 10.
Come on, Daniel, you got it. 14.
14.
14, just straight 14.
You're all good. You get up there, make it look easy. All right, Gabe, who's going next?
Okay, so Primo indicates Mario and says, now it's your turn, Mario, go up. Mario goes
right.
there. And rolls a 3.
All right.
What
What's
do you
his
got?
luck? What's his luck modifier?
Mario is dead. No, my modifier is a 10, so he's got a 0.
Okay. He gets up 40 feet
And then dies.
and then falls. And only takes
In
3 points of damage. He goes and he's climbing up, and maybe it's just his boss watching him that makes him a little bit nervous, but he starts losing hands and just falls and just flat, like maybe about 10 feet away from Primo as he's looking.
Their tears are filling up their glasses.
Primo is like,
No expression, no expression. In my head, I wanna drown my sorrow.
My war bag.
No tomorrow, no tomorrow.
Oh, man. Okay. We're going to go ahead and ask Jenna to send up someone else forward.
Stab is going to give Whip the back his
Okay.
flint like arrowheads, and he's gonna kind of like nudge him forward, just like go on, like go up. And Whip is actually going to ignore the chain and the iron because elves have iron vulnerability. I don't know what that entails or like what that
Okay.
means,
Sure.
so I'm going to avoid it. And they're gonna use the arrowheads to kind of like
Okay.
chip and
Give me a
slowly.
DC 10 agility check, and
Okay.
good luck.
I might have lost Whip. Yes, that is a 5.
Okay, what's the luck modifier?
0.
Okay, 30 feet up,
Uh-huh.
and he gets up, climbing up. The little arrowheads, they're not as strong as really. Yeah, what does he do? He realizes that about 30 feet up when they chip and break, and he falls. And like Mufasa falling.
You see Stab going, like Simba, but there's no sound. It's just
And splat.
oh yeah, he's dead. He has 1 hit point. A single tear falls from Stab's face because he told him to go up first.
We should have just
Tears
taken
are
the go path.
filling up
This is
their
so stupid.
glasses.
We're all dying.
No expression, no
Should have followed the codes.
In my head, I wanna
We've lost half our
drown my
characters and we're not even at the
Uh-huh.
No tomorrow.
All right.
No tomorrow.
I don't know about you, but I'm gonna take the go path. This is stupid. I'll see you guys up there.
But we have 3 people. We have 3 people up there already.
Don't care. He's just walking.
Okay, that sounds fine. You can go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get back with Gabe.
Yeah, we got Primo says, actually, Primo, what he does is an asshole. He's going to go at the body of Mario and loot it. And then he's going to say, and that's how it's done. And then climb. He rolled an 11.
Okay.
But his agility is a -1, so it's a 10.
Okay. He makes it. It takes him a little bit of time, but Primo makes it. All right, Jenna.
All right. Nib's up there. Whip is dead. Stab is gonna Gonna wipe away that single tear that fell. Is gonna pat him on the head, then take his belongings and then climb up the chain. 19.
Great. You're able to do it. No problem. In fact, you make it. Stab makes it look the easiest out of everyone. Easy, easy, easy. As that's going on, the group that gathers together sees and feels this green kind of vapor kind of going through them and flowing out up top. And inside, they see an entrance, and they see two tubes, one going to the left and one going to the right. They're about 5 feet in diameter, and they look to be where this vapor is coming from. Any further, it just seems to be to be an ice face, and you're not really able to get further in, though these two tubes are open on either side. Which way would the group like to go?
I mean, if you ask my entire dead family, they always say left is always right, but they're dead now, so they might not be correct in this circumstance.
So is it would we be going into the tubes or like past them?
The only way in seems to be through the tubes. The vapor, you've kind of your characters have been breathing it in, and it doesn't seem toxic. You don't feel lightheaded in any way. It just feels like a warm kind of a warm steam kind of coming from it.
Any odor to it?
Non-odor. No, there's no odor to it.
The tubes go on the level of the ground, or they have an inclination?
So about 50 feet up, there's this hole, and these tubes have melted away where the face of this glacier is. So they've kind of melted away a bit, and you could see these two tubes are on both sides with openings.
Primo looks up to Daniel and says, with his hand on his shoulder, Daniel, you've lost family, but do not worry. The Primo clan has an open spot right for you.
What position do I get?
You get the position that Mario had. And Mario was my to-go boy. I always send him for the family. When the family needed something done, Mario would do it. Very important mission.
Old Grandpa Dawson always said family is important. He was always going about family. This is great.
All right. So I'll let you decide which way you want to go. We're gonna cut back to Daw as he's decided to go up the goat path alone. All right. As you're moving up, you're kind of what is your thinking as you're kind of moving up there?
This is so stupid. We are already here at this point. Why did we go back? Why do we climb up a cliff? Why? This is just stupid. And that's this mindset is going up.
As you're thinking that, I'm going to need a luck check, please.
He rolled a 7. It's under for luck score.
Yes.
Under by 2. His luck
Okay.
9.
All good. You see pieces here and there, but nothing seems to fall out from under you. Maybe it was good that you went alone. As you continue up, you hear howls in the distance. Now, going back to the rest of the group, which way would you guys like to go?
You guys have preference?
Can we take a listen kind of near both tubes to see if we hear anything different down each?
Sure. Let's see. Give me I guess it would be another intelligence check. Okay. 13 for Mr. Whiskers. Okay. He hears the same in the distance. He hears a hum, but other than that, they seem to be. He wants to say maybe he does a few tests, but it seems maybe they're connected further along.
Well, I sort of think that it doesn't matter which way we go. I think we might arrive by the same spot. So this idea of going left is always right. I've never heard this before, except from the Daw clan. Don't know if that makes it wise, but I'm willing to go with this.
Dab is gonna just pat Daniel in the back and just be like, just agree. Look, to show he agrees. Left is always right.
As you move further along, you begin to move forward, and it sounds like there might be a bit of scuttling going on in the distance further up the tube. Now, what I'm going to ask is it sounds like there's scuttling, and it sounds like it is Mr. Whiskers. You're kind of keeping your ears out. And it sounds like whatever the scuttling is getting closer.
Oh, I think we've got some raccoons in the tube here. I've got an ear for tracking animal life, and it seems that something's made a nest in here, and it's coming quick. So it's
So
fine,
you're-
though. Can I try to
you're-
identify what it might be? Like, does it sound like?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give me I guess we'll just do another intelligence check for this.
All right, an 11.
Sounds like many feet, but other than that, it sounds kind of tip tap along this like bluish clayish floor on the inside of this pipe.
Well, let's not panic now. It's probably just as scared of us as we are of it. So let's just stay calm, everyone, and get your spear out or whatever, calmly.
What if it's just hungry? What if he wants some food? And like you see, like from the back, he just produces like a huge basket full of beans. He's just like, maybe they want some beans.
I could want some beans. We'll have to see what it is. I want some beans, as a matter of fact. Give me a few of those pads.
Here you go.
We're gonna okay.
Do you want some beans, Mr. Bossman?
Sure.
We'll just all eat some beans and wait for it to come.
That's good. All right. Is anyone else? It seems like there might be some food getting passed around. Some of it. Is there any more preparation in place going on? And I'm going to say that you might have 2 rounds to kind of prepare. So a quick kind of movement. Pretty much what I'm going to ask is, in what order are you all kind of placing yourself now? We're going to say that even though it's small, we're going to say that you're going to be able to kind of in a line with whoever you have. In a line, you'll be able to put a first row and then the second row of which way to go. So there's 4 of you. We'll say there's a group of 4 in front and then kind of back further along. So I'm going to ask Alex first. Who's up first? Mr. Whiskers up front.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got his spear out, like ready to strike if like the thing comes up to him, but
Mm-hmm.
he's thinking it might be an animal.
All right, sounds good. Jenna, who is up front?
Stab for sure is gonna be kind of try to be as next to Mr. Whiskers as possible, or like kind of behind, like to prepare to stab to the side of the arm if anything tries to leap. Just kind of getting ready for that.
Okay. Dawson, I'm assuming Daniel is going to be up.
Daniel's gonna be there, like right beside Mr. Whiskers on his right side, spear in one hand and a basket of beans in the other, just like seeing what comes up.
And Gabe, who's up front?
Primo will indicate with his club to Luigi to go forward, and Luigi will reluctantly do so with his little dagger.
Okay. Time passes, and you hear these steps move quicker and quicker and closer, and from the fog, it's quiet, and all of a sudden these mandibles come out and strike at the group. These 2 pair of long centipede-like creatures come forward through the pipe and look like they're mighty hungry.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna go ahead from there, roll initiative. So we're gonna roll by just by player, okay? All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask Alex first. Alex?
So just a straight D20.
Just straight
Okay,
D20.
I rolled a 9.
9. Okay. Mm-hmm.
If it matters, Mr. Whiskers has a +2 to initiative. That's his
Oh, that's nice.
special thing that he got.
Well, pretty soon we'll get to that, I guess. Jenna, just a D20.
I got a 20.
Okay. All right, Gabe.
Wasted a net 20 for a total of 21 with Luigi.
Okay. Well, I guess then. All right. In that case, Jenna, what was your highest modifier?
It would be a 0, so Luigi would go first.
Okay, sounds good. And Dawson.
15.
15. Cool. All right. And these beasts lunge forward, and oh, you guys have the luck of the draw. Gabe, you're up first as they begin to lunge forward at the characters. What does your and I'm going to let both of the players on your initiative do something. So go ahead. What would you like to do?
Luigi will look behind at Primo and will give him a thumbs up. And then with his little knife, he will lunge forward and try to plant it right on the head between the mandibles.
All right. Okay, go ahead and give me a roll to hit.
So it's a D20 plus what? Oh,
Plus-
I see there.
Yeah.
Plus whatever he has with that weapon. So it's a +0, and he rolls a 4. So
Unfortunately, where it ding, it goes and slides right off, and then he just finds himself even closer to the mouth now as he's. All right, and for Primo.
Primo will have a bunch of beans in his hand and just chuck it at the creature staying in the back. Like, follow creature!
Okay. All right. Give me a luck check with that one.
9.
Okay, and what is your? Did it roll below? Did it roll below your luck?
Yes,
Score.
the Primo's luck is 10.
Okay. All right. As you do that, you find one of the creatures stops and begins to try to smell at what you threw on the floor. Jenna.
Hey. Stab is gonna kind of go wide-eyed, be like, just kind of like never seen something like this before. He's going to see beans fly overhead, kind of cock his head to the side, and then try to stab.
All
Do what
right.
he does best.
Sounds good.
12 to hit.
12 to hit. He stabs, it clinks, but it's just not enough to break through.
There's a little bit of sweat. He's looking nervous. Again, not saying anything. He just sweats a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then Nib is sweating profusely. And that's problematic. He's gonna have to run up and try to stab it, because
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
that's an 8, so I'm guessing no.
No. Daw. What is Daniel Dahl?
Daniel is going to stick with his original plan of taming these beasts with a healthy basket of beans. So you go up to his like mandible face, say, "Hey guy, you're not scared of beans, are you?" And then he's going to try and like shove the bean basket just like over his mouth, so like the mandibles are in the bean basket eating beans, and just like leave it there.
Okay. I guess you're gonna try to kind of put a little like feeding bag on it.
Like a
Feeding bag.
muzzle.
Like
Feeding
a
bag
be-
muzzle.
A bean muzzle.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and you could give me a luck check on that one.
Absolutely. 18.
Okay. As you do that, it just tears open. It just tears right open, and you just see the mouth kind of opening up.
My beans!
Not your beans. Alex.
That's it.
It's your turn.
It's a giant centipede, not a raccoon. I am so sorry about my misassessment of the situation. I'm going to take a stab at it with my spear. I rolled a nat
Yeah.
1.
Uh-oh.
So I have to roll on a fumble table.
Yep, a fumble table. You trip badly. You fall hard, suffering 1d3 damage in the process. You are prone until your next turn.
On.
Oh no.
He could.
Mr. Whiskers?
He'll
So
he'll
you
survive
take-
this.
Yeah,
Oh, do you
Let's
want to
see.
roll it?
I'll roll it for you. You take 3 points of damage.
He's the only one of my characters that could handle that. But yeah, he goes flying face down, breaks his nose. Gosh damn!
No, don't stab yourself with your own spear. That's bad.
Sprinkle is just despondent, but she's got these 2 knives yet. She picked up the knives that
Yep.
slug fell. So she's gonna try to just like from a distance, like throw one, like a throwing dagger. A 10.
A 10 does
Has
not
anybody hit it yet?
No,
No one's hit it yet. Okay.
tried. Not yet. Is that it?
That's all.
Okay. One of the 2 creatures right now is busy trying to eat up the beans, but there is one currently going towards the group. And it goes for Alex. Who's up front?
Mr. Whiskers, who's on the ground.
Oh, it's prone, and Mr. Whiskers feels these mandibles kind of at these feet of it, or like on top of it, and it stops, and it's on its back. He could feel like these mandibles going, and it feels like it might. He feels a sensation pressing on his neck. 17 hit.
Uh-huh. Getting the button ready.
There's Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah, I think so. He's got 2 hit points.
Mr. Whiskers! No!
And you feel for a second those mandibles, and then you feel nothing. Everyone else sees Mr. Whiskers' head decapitated on the floor.
Morale is low.
Oh man!
Oh no.
Mr. Whiskers.
Fitting.
That crit failure. He was done.
Yeah,
As soon as that
yeah.
happened, he was done.
Gabe, what are your 2
Okay,
characters?
Luigi is horrified by the decapitation next to him. He will look back again at Primo like. But Primo says,
Primo knows what's up.
and so Luigi will try again to stab at the creature, ignorant to the fact that the laws of physics makes this very difficult for him.
Mm-hmm.
But roll a 15, so
Oh,
it might actually hit.
15 does hit.
Okay, then he's for a D4 damage.
All right, big money.
3 points of damage.
Excellent.
And then Primo will chuck the knife that he ransacked from Mario's body.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead.
14 minus 1, 13.
It hits.
3 more points of damage.
Awesome. You could see this creature start writhing in pain as your clan is starting to do a bit of damage to this one, though the other one's attention is back to the group after it hears its brood buddy getting hit here and there. Jenna.
Stab is going to do what he's supposed to do best, but that's up for debate. And he's going to stab at the one that had attacked Mr. Whiskers. This look of fury on his face, his cowboy hat kind of tilted, brows furrowed, and he's going to try to stab.
Mm-hmm.
I had gotten an 18.
That hits.
However, I rolled a 2, and I have a -1 to strength, so that's 1 point of damage.
Everything
Okay.
Yep. So one point of damage from the spear.
All right.
Snib is going to try to hit. That's a 15, and that is 4 points of damage.
4 points.
So he kind of he piggybacks off of
Oh wow!
stab.
This one is not looking good. This one's barely hanging on. It's screaming as its mandibles open in pain. It's horrifying.
Nib would for sure shrink away like a coward.
Daniel.
Daniel Daw, having no fear in his heart, takes out good old Pappy Dawson's spear, gives it a little twirl like he's totally stolen it a couple of times in the past. It's gonna thrust it right into its dumb, stupid centipede face.
Do it.
The 3 hits.
3 does not hit, Daniel.
That's all Daniel Dawes.
Alex.
Sprinkle is just like, she just saw the second person die, the one that helped her up the glacier wall. She's just like, the bloodlust is overtaking her. She just charges forward and grabs Mr. Whisker's spear, and they're gonna try to just jam it right into this thing's skull.
Okay.
You rolled a one again.
Give him a roll. Go ahead and roll that D6 there. Alex? You stumble in your rage and leave yourself open wide to an attack. The creature has a +2 bonus on its attack roll. All right. Now the 2 creatures are still up. We're going to go ahead and roll to see which clan they're going after. 2, Jenna. Who's up first? Who's up front?
That was stab.
Stab is going to be getting a mandible attack. It goes and turns to stab, tries to... Does a 7 hit? I don't think so.
No, actually.
All right.
Surprised.
Well,
Yeah.
good. The second one goes around and looks to the clan, and it's going after stab as well. It goes, oh my goodness. A nat 20.
Ooh, yeah, that hits. If it's
8
over
points.
2, he's dead.
It takes 8 points of damage.
He's dead. He had 2 hit points.
As stabs there, it just goes and it does a reverse mandible attack where instead of chomping down, it drills into it stabs through and just opens its mandibles.
You know
It
what's
just
funny?
tears apart your torso. Yeah.
That's exactly how I pictured he'd go. Weirdly enough, that's exactly how I pictured it. Just like, yeah, he is so dead.
It's so sad.
My cowboy caveman. Oh no!
Oh no! Yum 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 yum. Gabe, your group is up.
At least Gabe still has what you could call a group, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Luigi now feels so much inspired after hitting the last time, so he's gonna go again at it with a stabby knife. But the roll is an 8. Yeah, so 8 is not gonna hit. Can
Mhm.
I burn some luck to boost this?
Alex, can you do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, cool. I mean, I was
So
gonna say yeah, but I don't
I
know.
mean, he's gonna either hit or probably be dead. So I'm just gonna burn 4 points of luck on this 8 and make it to a 12.
Okay. You go and try to hit,
Yes.
and it bounces off.
Luigi, he cannot believe he missed. He cannot believe he missed.
Just cussing. You just hear the echoes and cries as he tries to hit, and just nothing. Just think, and it's dead, like this bloodied and dead one is coming back at him.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Primo at this point, he considers for a quarter of a second charging in and says, "Yes," and he doesn't have a knife to chuck. He will throw his bag of veggies at it.
Okay. Give me another luck. Give me a luck one then.
I roll a net 20, so I don't think I'm gonna be lucky
Not
here.
good. Yeah, it doesn't do it. It steps over the veggies. It doesn't do anything to it,
The
unfortunately.
beads.
Jenna, your group or person. I mean,
It's only Nib as of right
Nib.
now until we can find Pick. Nib is totally shaking and fight or flight is just totally kicked in, so he just goes for another stab.
all right.
With his knife. No, that's a 7.
Aw, Alex is bringing out the special dice, huh?
Just not these dice. 2 nat ones in a row. Gah.
Get out. No, that misses. Okay. Daw.
Daniel, realizing his spear technique needs some work, he's just gonna stick the spear all the way at the end, like he's gonna go by the very, very back of the spear, just wind up and just go for like a baseball swing with the spear.
Okay.
Hopefully hit it. Does a natural 1 hit.
It doesn't. Would you like to burn some luck? Don't. I'm just kidding. Oh, like a turtle on its back, you slip and land upside down, flailing about and unable to right yourself. You must fight from a prone position for the next round before you can recover your balance.
So I picture as he's going in for the swing, it's like a nice form, except when he steps, he accidentally steps on Mr. Whisker's head and goes, "Whoa!"
Oh no! Not Mr. Whiskers!
There's just the one left.
Uh-huh.
We took care of the other
No,
one.
no,
All
no.
right.
There's 2. There's still 2.
Gah! All right.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. She can't do it. She can't kill one. I feel it.
It's not looking good for one though. One is like just in the ball, almost like a death ball, just like writhing. Just
Okay. I think that's the one that she tried to attack and whiffed.
Mhm.
So she impaled her spear in that fail, like into the side of the tube here. She manages to pull that out, and she's gonna whip it around and try to take another swing here. Okay.
No.
Don't tell me you have a 1.
No, it's not a 1, but it's a 7. She has a +2 mud because she has a 16 strength, so it's 9. Oh
You need
man.
at least 4, probably 5. If you want to be sure, it's 5.
Yeah, I think that what's the lowest we've seen? A 15 hit?
I
That's
think
the one that I
13
remember.
was the lowest we've seen.
13? All right. Then I will burn 4 points of luck to make it a 13.
with your energy and compassion and passion, you feel it slip up one of the first ridges, but gets notched into the second ridge, and it squirts in and slices through. Give me some damage.
6 points of damage.
With that twist, you hear, and it just gives out one last cry and falls to the ground, dead.
And is there room like in this tube? Like if she wanted to run forward, could she run forward?
She can run forward, though the other one is like right next to it. So
Okay. She's gonna rush down the tube and try to encourage
Okay.
everyone else to follow her lead.
okay, sounds good.
Okay, Luigi. This time, he you can see that he knows that he can do it.
Mm-hmm. A one?
Net one.
All right. Go
That's
ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll me a
four.
D20.
That's for this combat.
Your wild swing leaves you off balance. You take a -4 penalty to your next attack roll.
Okay.
Not so bad. All right.
No.
And Primo?
And Primo, at this point, he has seen the courageous act of Daniel, and it's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And at this point, he charges in with his club.
All right. He had a club this whole time.
I'm not gonna burn luck. It's a miss. It's a 7.
Okay. All right. Well, at least there wasn't a crit miss. Okay. Jenna.
I'm a
Mhm.
burn 3 luck,
Okay.
3 of my 6 luck
Mm-hmm.
to hit it. Okay, so he's gonna go and just kind of like, and just like give like a little stab, and for 3 points of stabby stab damage.
Sprinkles.
Continue running down the
Okay.
tube.
At this point, I'm gonna say that you are far enough away that it won't have an opportunity to hit you.
So she's just like, come on. These things, there could be more of them. Let's just get away from them. Get out of here.
Gabe, who's up front?
Luigi.
Luigi has an attack.
You
coming.
cannot hit Luigi. Luigi is deft as, a fish.
Okay, it's gonna try to though. Let's see. Oh, does a 9 hit?
No, Luigi's 11.
Oh, like a fish, like a fish flopping around, huh?
Bingo.
Okay. It misses. Gabe, your turn.
Okay, Luigi, even with a -4, he thinks he can do this. He
Mhm.
really thinks he can.
I think you can as well. He can do it.
He cannot. He rolled a 6.
Oh man,
So.
it's funny because normally I forgo this combat and be like, okay, we're gonna move ahead. But I'm not sure that we might get out of this one, so I'm gonna continue it.
And so wonderful so far.
All right, Jenna.
Okay, and then Primo.
Oh, I'm sorry, Primo.
Primo will try to hit.
Yeah.
He rolled a 2.
At least it wasn't a 1.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, did you party too hardy in the tent last night? We can't be doing that now.
Oh man.
Whew.
It's sapped all the strength.
Yikes. Well, we have that character generator, so don't worry, guys. We'll be able to throw some more in if we need to. I'm sorry, Jenna.
That's right. Oh, that's right. I said he was running, so he's gonna be following after Sprinkles to try to get the heck out of there.
Okay, so I would say that you are out of the area of attack right now.
Sounds good.
Daniel.
Daniel's gonna stand up like a true hero, and he's gonna get to this damn tent party, and he's gonna like it. So he's gonna have to help Primo and Luigi. He's gonna be the little errand boy. And that's his only dreams right now, because no one's ever asked him to do anything in his life. No vacations and nothing. He's gonna do it for Primo. I rolled another 7. You know what?
Oh man.
He wants the party. He wants it. He's gonna burn 6 luck. Get a 13.
Okay, he hits it.
1.
You stab it a little bit, a little squish. As it runs around.
They will sing your song in Valhalla.
All right. Sprinkle. You are a ways away.
somebody's got to make it to the room where there's a refill on characters. So she's gonna keep running.
Do you keep going?
Yeah, keeps running.
All right. You get to. I'm gonna just move it ahead. You get to about right here. What are you thinking there, Sprinkle? Are you gonna continue moving forward, or are you gonna try to stop and make that turn?
Any sensory things down either tunnel to give me an indication of like danger?
Give me 1 second, and I will let you know. It seems that it seems like that this is where this vapor is coming from. This green vapor seems to be coming from this inner tube.
Been so much death. This has been a nightmare. Maybe these spirits or these demons or whatever's in this glacier could help us. I'm gonna follow the green vapor and go towards it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Sounds good. You begin to move further, and at the end of your turn, in the distance, there seems to be a hazy kind of light coming through up ahead.
Follow the light. That's a good thing. You just keep going. I'm gonna follow that. That's a good indicator of good things to come.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
A light at the end of the
Back
tunnel.
back at the other two clan members, or the two clans. It is going to. This creature is still trying to put a little bit more hurt on you. It is going to go for Daniel.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy, Daniel does a unnatural 20 hit.
Primo, thanks for inviting me to your party. This was the first one I've ever got.
4 points of damage.
Thanks for the party.
Just the other. It's going in one mandible. It's gotten stuck. Poor Mr. Whisker's head is just stuck on one of it, and it just like side clubs you with his face. Boom! And you just get knocked out cold on the rock.
Bludgeoned to death with a mandible.
What you the death was Mr. Whisker.
The Primo team is solo now against this creature. But we have an ace in our sleeve. There are 2 spears next to dead bodies right now.
Sure are.
So Luigi is gonna change
Upgrade.
his dagger for a stabby spear.
Upgrade.
It's gonna burn 4 more points of luck. And with a 9 plus 4 is a 13 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And so the spear is a
Give us some big
D8.
damage. Yeah, give us some big damage on that one.
8 points of damage.
Oh
Woo.
my goodness, Luigi just goes right in and he's done with it. I don't know if it's his boss that's doing it, but he's done with his death, and he just skewers it whole and just like an oar, it just goes right into his mouth, and he just wipes it on the floor, and this thing just stops moving.
Primo is like, yes, we are the perfect war band.
He looks around, it's just him. He's like, what?
Sorry, the winner survives.
Congratulations.
Like nobody's around, so let's get the bodies.
Yeah, go ahead. You can loot. Whatever you find, it's all yours. I don't think anyone's gonna stop you. So
No way.
go ahead and grab
Grappling
that.
hook now.
From what's his face? From Stab's body, you would find probably like 15 flint arrowheads, a holy symbol,
Oh,
and a basket of vegetables, and a water skin,
Wow.
and some
Wow.
money. So, oh yeah, and a knife and a short bow. No, sorry, a spear and a short bow.
Oh,
so you
short
need
bow
a
might be
short bow. So
helpful.
short bow and 15 arrows? Wow.
Arrowheads. So
Oh, all the
yeah.
arrowheads.
They're,
Okay.
they're a little less accurate when you shoot 'em.
Yeah. That's why I didn't use it, because I'm like, I don't think I have arrows. I have arrowheads.
That's the
Well,
most important part of the arrow, though.
Yeah, I just
Daniel
need to
is
find
good.
some sticks.
it's good.
Okay. We're full of knives, spears, short bows. You know, we're basically one adventure.
Mhm.
We're a single adventure now.
So currently we have 5 characters up and going right now. Well, actually, maybe another one. We'll see.
Did you want to loot Mr. Whiskers too?
Well, you know, if you put it that way, you make me feel guilty. Like, yes, Primo would definitely.
So he was wearing an animal pelt, a bear skin like cloak, like covering, and then you find on his person, it's sort of a strange thing. You probably not exactly sure what you're looking at when you pull it out of his off of his body, but like kind of like a piece of twine that he wove together. It's attached to this like symbol. It's almost like an Ouroboros, but it's made out of like mustache hairs
Jeez.
woven together.
Okay, I'll write down weird trinket. Okay, you'll tell me after the game what it
It's
is.
a holy symbol.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay, with 2 holy symbols. Wow, I'm gonna be a priest.
Well, yeah, Primo would be great as a priest. No.
He has a following.
He sure does. Well, I'm gonna say the rest of the group makes that turn, and you see the light growing brighter and brighter as you make your way towards it.